Hello everyone. Here's another video for you guys. It's on stuff we got today. And if you guys haven't figured out yet, or if you didn't quite get the message when I told you, we get stuff every Saturday, so today was a Saturday and we got some more stuff. So first off, we only got actually one or two computers that are actually worth keeping and getting running. Then we got a computer that's scrapped and we got some other cool stuff. But first off, I'm going to show you what we got here. It's a Dimension. Yes, I am filming that ping pong table in case you're wondering. Dimension 4700. It's in pretty good condition and everything. It's got floppy drive, CD drive, actually I think it's a DVD drive, and stuff. Yeah, it's a DVD drive. Flip it sideways. This isn't really a good idea. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna do a mid-video change here. Whoop. It's not exciting. I know. There we go. That'll work better. So, weird thing is, it has an odd heatsink to it. It is a heatsink that looks like it came out of Dimension XPS or something. Most heatsinks are like to 4700s. I mean, are heatsinks that are just like heat sinks to other dimensions. I mean, it's a little thinner in this direction. Is a little thinner. These are a little thinner. I mean, what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that the actual system for which these 4700s have heat sinks for the CPUs is pretty much the same as all other dimensions. It has a little green thing that'll go over here and it'll suck it right off the heat sink. But the reason I'm still using this one, I haven't replaced it yet, is because I tried, but I don't have any more 4700 heat sinks, seeing as they are a bit thinner than other dimension heat sinks. So unfortunately, I had no RAM. It has 4 RAM slots in it though. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but it's got, yeah, no RAM in it, no hard drive in it though. I had two hard drive bays in it. One was already fastened in here, and the other one was just kind of hanging around in there. It has a PCI Express video card slot not being used, so it had a dial-up card in it. It has a floppy drive and stuff in it, and the processor is an LJ775 Intel Pentium 4 2.8 gigahertz. And today, there's a lot of thermal compound now, but today I figured out that we had a 2.8 gigahertz dual core processor. I always thought it was a Pentium 4, but today I actually looked at it, figured out that it was actually a Pentium dual core, so that's never Dimension XPS now, and it works, so that's that. Next thing. So next up, I've got an odd looking computer. It is a Compaq iPaq. Wonder if Apple was keeping their eyes on these guys. An iPaq sounds like it would be something by Apple, but I mean, it's even got the lowercase I, then the capital P and the AQ. So here's the side of it. This side was originally on here. It's pretty symmetrical. I mean, I took the side off. This side looks the exact same as this side, so you know, I just popped the cover off. And it looks like a pretty cool machine. It's got a Celeron in it. It's a Windows 2000 activation code, but guess how much RAM it has? Yes, it does run, but the hard drive doesn't seem to work in it. I think the hard drive failed, so I said the hard drive wasn't detected or something. So it has 64 megabytes of RAM, which is absolutely awful in case you can't tell. The RAM's right in here. It's actually this green slot right here. I can take one of them out. Actually, there's only one of them, but I think it's unmarked. According to Brian. It's got 64 megs. I'm holding this upside down. 64 megs of RAM. It doesn't say anything, I don't think. I haven't actually looked this RAM yet. I'm taking Brian's word. Let me see. Yeah, it doesn't say how big it is. So yeah, that's that. It's a very odd looking machine. I don't know what is supposed to be in it. I don't know. The power supply is out here, the RAM is in here, and something else is in between somewhere. And the processor is 500 megahertz. It's a Celeron. You expect it to be like a socket 478 or something, but it's actually a 500 megahertz. It says like Intel inside Celeron. Usually that makes you think it's like 2 point something socket 478 Celeron, but it is not. So basically, I'm not even really going to bother turning it on. It's got like I have a weird, wacky BIOS, but you know, it's really not much of anything special. It's weird, basically. It's probably one of the weirdest looking computers I've ever got, but you know, that's that. Now I've got the typical kind of box of goodies, as I kind of call it. This is a lot of the small stuff I get, you know, keyboards, mice, whatever, that I don't want to put anywhere else. So first off, I'm going to let you know that I got a computer to scrap. I was taking bits of it out because my dad we stopped on the way home to get some furniture, buy some furniture. We didn't buy anything. So my point is, I was taking cards out of the computers and just tossing them in here because I had nothing better to do. This is a hard drive to the computer we're going to scrap. Yes, I am going to show you it next. It's a typical computer. I've got quite a few of them exactly like it. Dial-up card out of that computer. You know, a dial-up card I took apart. It's ready to scrap. So now on to the important stuff. I got a keyboard here. It looks pretty cool. It's a LabTech, kind of light. You know, I'm not missing any keys or anything. I haven't tested it out yet. My memory does not fail me. I believe it is USB, and my memory did fail me. It is PS2. I know at least one of these peripheral things is USB. You can call them peripherals. Another keyboard. It looks kind of the same. I mean, these buttons up here, I think they stopped basically using these in keyboards because no one really ever uses them. I think there was kind of a stage in which they had all these buttons on the top here, but no one uses them anymore. Unless they're programmable keys or something, no one really ever uses them anymore. They're just kind of useless. So, yeah, and this one is USB. This is the USB one. So, yep. I've got a bunch of stuff here. I found 256 megs of sync RAM sitting around. I don't know if I can scrap it or do whatever with it. Most interesting thing, a tiny mouse. It's not wireless or anything, but it is USB. It would have been great for wireless or something. It's called a wheel mouse, even though it's optical. I mean laser optical. I don't even know the difference, but it's really small. It'd be pretty cool for portability and stuff. Next, the common Dell mouse. The model number is. I sold a 6U220 mouse on eBay. DP/N0x7636. Yeah, I don't think it's the same thing, but it's kind of like a common Dell mouse. Oh, this one's USB. That's why the one I sold on eBay was a PS2 one. I have to buy it now on eBay for 2 Dell PS2 mice. Someone actually bought one of them for $8, which kind of surprised me. There's another mouse. I don't even know we got this one. It's kind of weird. It's got a weird feel to it. It's kind of like this thick, chunky type of feel, but kind of in a smoothed over way. But it looks kind of funny though. It doesn't really have a very attractive, you know, physical form to it. It's got a weird form. It's PS2. PS2 connector looks kind of old, so I'm guessing the mouse is kind of old. It's also a LabTech. And a power cord. I don't even know why the hell I take these things. They're useless. I just, every once in a while, if I'm feeling mentally insane, I'll take a power cord to add to my collection of hundreds of them. And a DVI to VGA converter I found, adapter actually, on a computer, but the DVI has missing tons of pins and stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and scrap it probably. Now, I took some cutters along with me. Actually, they weren't cutters. It was like one of those knife things where you push the thing out and the knife comes out of the end. What I didn't want is cut some of these connectors off to add to my collection of computer cable ends. Hoping to sell those on eBay. I mean, they're adding up very slowly, but I'm hoping to get there. I just sold 30 pounds of computer motherboards on eBay for $120, which made me pretty happy. So scrapping stuff is actually going pretty well. Some more little connectors I cut off and stuff. I'm gonna, you know, cut those. I'm gonna cut the excess off, and I'm gonna go ahead and tuck them in with all my other connectors. I got tons of cords and stuff. These cords are just, you know, for the sake of metal and stuff. Gold, actually. So I am running on SD card space again. Somehow I have no idea how, but I am. About 2 minutes left, and I want to conserve it. So all these cords and stuff are just cords. I'm gonna cut the connectors off and put them in for gold recovery. So next, I got something I'm going to scrap. I started taking it apart and just kind of left the pieces lying around. Basically, a CD drive, the old crappy CD drive, of course. Floppy drive, in with it as well. I mean, I scrap all these things for the boards and stuff. So 10 pounds of boards, big PCI boards, and PCI card boards, and floppy and CD drive boards and stuff for $30, 10 pounds of it. But anyway, these things are pretty good to scrap, although I don't like getting Pentium 3 computers because I don't know what to do with these Pentium 3s. I don't know if I should scrap them or not. I mean, I have a bunch of Pentium 3s that are around 866 or 933 megahertz. This one in particular is in 866. I don't know whether I should scrap it or not. I mean, it's not worth a lot if I scrap it, but I really have no use for it if I keep it. But I keep them anyway, in case someone on YouTube might want them or something. So as you can most likely understand, this thing's a bit too big to fit on the ping pong table. It's an enormous television thing, and what's good about it is that it actually appears to power on at first glance, at least. The power thing goes on, and I go ahead and hit the power button down here, turns green, and the screen will actually light up. I have it plugged into an outlet right over there. That's why it actually goes on, and it seems to work fine, although if you actually plug anything into it, it does not work fine. It has like a VGA input in the back and everything, all the normal TV stuff, but it doesn't actually take any inputs or anything. If I hit these buttons on the side, these menu buttons, it doesn't do anything. See, menu. This doesn't do anything. So it appears like the display and the power is in good standing, but just the inputs and the input stuff is not quite working right. So I'm going to have to replace like one board of that or something. It might become a completely working TV. In which case, I might sell it for a couple $100 or put it in my room or something. I don't know. Although I really have no use for TVs. I don't ever watch TV that much.